This morning I was talking to my family and I said something that came out of my mouth that I said, that's it right there. That's what's going on. What's going on right now in America and in the world is there's a great revelation, a discovery of the individual. Where is the individual? Where are you? Where am I? Where is your family on matters related to truth, honesty, integrity, the place of God in your life, your heart, your affections, where your focus is, what you care about. So this election comes along, and if you are blind to fraud, then that tells us something about you. That tells us that you're partisan. That tells you that you're not interested in truth. That tells you that you're a pacifist, that you're going to play along. You have no spine. You have no character. You have no depth of being. If you are afraid of public outcry against your opinion on mask, on the medical crap that's going on, which is clearly an overplay by dark forces. Masks do not work, especially when you just got a regular cheapy old mask that you touched a million times with your fingers, barely cover your face. Masks do not work. In fact, they are unhealthy, especially when you're running around and breathing through the stupid mask and making yourself breathe in a way that's different. You're increasing the temperature of your mouth. You're opening the door for viruses to sit in your mouth so that you're now exposed to more comprehensively. Masks do not work. They are part of the intimidation factor of what's going on in the world. Freedom, liberty, those things are under attack by dark forces. We'll call those dark forces Satan, but he is using governments. He is using crooked politicians locally, at the state level, and obviously at the federal level and in the courts. So the people that don't want to act, the people that want to sit back and just let it happen, are like unto those, let's say at the time of the Civil War, at the time of the Great American Revolution, there were always people that supported England. There were always people that supported no war or just let them do what they're going to do. And then there were the patriots. Then were those who fought and put their lives at risk, who put themselves out there and said, I'm here, count me in, I'm going to fight for freedom. So this whole exercise that's played out before our eyes, and the fake media, those who watch the media, believe the media, can't see through it, those who research and those who don't, all of it is just a revelation. You are where you are. I'm not your judge. God is. I'm not the guy that's trying to convince necessarily. I present information to people on Facebook, Twitter, and through Messenger and other things. But at the end of the day, it's not me who judges. It's God. God is going to judge you. And I'm telling you, God is going to prevail because he's God. He's going to bear his arm. Justice will win. And no way will Joe Biden, think about it, how can Joe Biden enter into the presidency sick, mentally weak, and how can he enter in with his son embroiled in controversy, having his taxes be reviewed under scrutiny and in legal jeopardy? That's never happened before in American history. Yeah, there was dirty, corrupt people, but this is so out in the open, and there's so much evidence, and there's so much truth that has yet to be revealed to the masses. And because it hasn't been revealed to the masses doesn't mean it's not truth. So here we are. We're moving on down the road. Every day is a new revelation about where people stand, and that's the ultimate point. So wherever you're at today, that's where you're at. Wherever you're at today, that's your place. That's where you're at in the level of research. That's where you're at in the level of faith. That's where you're at in the level of belief in God's power, or how big you see your God, how big you see the living God, the creator of heaven and earth. You see it the way you see it, and your response is your response. Now, the question is, will you listen to what I'm saying and ask yourself, am I standing on a rock or am I standing on quicksand? And my desire for all humans everywhere is that you stand on a rock. And the only rock that you and I can confess is a true rock is the rock that is Jesus Christ, the eternal rock that was there for the Israelites, that was there for the apostles, that was there for every good king in Israel, that's been there for every true patriot that's prayed and cried out to God. The rock is the rock. Either you're standing on the rock or you're not. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you. It has to do with where you're at in this life. So that's it. Those are my thoughts. Had to get rid of them. God bless you, and may you continue to dig. May you be spurred on to research. May you go to different sources, and may you dig in the depths of your soul and pray with all your heart to the living God for wisdom, which he promises to give to those who do not doubt, those who cry out in faith. He will answer you in the affirmative. He will come to your aid because he's that kind of God, a loving God, a merciful God, a tremendous God, a father to the orphan and a husband to the widow. So I pray that God will move right now, this day, the 12th of December in Washington, D.C. I wish I could go, but I can't. But I'm praying. My heart is there. I'm for the people that are fighting, the patriots. And I do pray that their voice will be heard by SCOTUS. I pray their voice will be heard by the Congress and by every other person that has power to do the right thing. God bless.